When you need her, she'll know what to do and she'll be there for you. Where you will lead her, there's nothing Adele couldn't think of to do. She's all you ever needed in the wrong situation. You're caught in the middle, no way of escaping. Till out of the blue she runs into you. There's nothing that she couldn't do. She's the travel counselor.
Such a beautiful view.
Yeah, I know.
So, how was your week? Did you manage to get to school this week?
I went one day.
Yeah, just one day this week. Yeah, and how was that day?
Wasn't that good.
No?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, some of the kids, they were like being mean to me and they did something. They came to, like, I was in my locker and they came and they pulled everything out and threw it everywhere.
Oh no, that's not good. So what did you do?
Well, I just put everything back and went and,
Okay.
yeah.
So you didn't tell the teachers or anything like that? Because, you know, a lot of schools do have cameras around the school, so if you report it, then they might have that proof that that's what's happening to you, and that and they can be dealt with, because, you know, it's, you don't deserve that. No wonder why you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm really sorry that that's happened to you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. No worries. Well, I guess we'll sit down and we can have a bit of a chat.
Yep.
We're just having a little bit of a chat about school. Isabella was telling me how she went to school one day this week,
Yes.
and how that day wasn't a very positive one, unfortunately.
Okay.
So, look, one of the things that I do is I will collaborate with the school as well and let them know what Isabella is going through, but that's only with Isabella's permission. We'll come up with a bit of a plan. Isabella, I've noticed over there you were a bit relaxed when we were talking, but now I can sense that there's a bit of a change. Is everything all right?
No, you can tell her what happened this morning. Yeah.
Okay, something happened?
Yeah. She didn't want to listen to me again. She's just, as you can see, she's done her hair. She's colored her hair a few weeks ago, and now she wants to go back to brown because.
The kids at school, they tease me because I don't get my roots done, and you won't let
What did I
me,
say the
and-
first time? Did I not
Well,
say
I
not
wanted
to do
blonde
it?
hair if I'm, like, allowed to have it.
I don't
And
understand.
I'm sick of it. I don't want it anymore. I want brown hair again.
Yeah, and what did we talk about before? We've
It's
discussed
not
it.
fair. You're not being fair. Hey, Mum, I need to get my hair coloured brown.
No, you don't.
Yeah, 'cause like I don't like the blonde anymore. I just want it brown again.
You just colored them just a week ago. What are you
But-
talking about?
Because I don't like it anymore, and people like I just don't like it anymore.
And what do you want me to do?
Well, I've got to change it. I've got to change it back to brown.
No, I'm sorry, it's not gonna
I've
happen.
got to change it back to
Look,
brown.
it costs a lot of money, alright?
Well, I'll pay for it. You can't.
You pay with what money?
I don't know, but I need it brown again. I can't have a blonde anymore.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Why? I need
Because
it brown.
I said no, why is it
That's
always
not
an
fair.
argument with you?
That's not fair. I need
No,
it
it's
brown.
not. I said no.
I need
No,
it
look,
brown.
I
That's
don't want
not
to talk
fair.
about it, okay? I said no.
Whatever.
Unbelievable. Yeah, do you have a minute to talk? Yes, she had another episode of whatever you want to call that. No, I just can't take it anymore. Because she wants to have her hair colored again. I tried to explain to her that she can't have it. It's just expensive, and she just doesn't care. No, she just ran off again and screamed. No. No, I'm just tired. Yes, I know. Yeah, but you don't see what I have to deal with. This is every day. Fine. Yeah, fine, whatever you say. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay, so you've had a bit of an is this today? You had an
This
argument
morning,
today,
yes.
this morning. So you used to have brown hair, then you changed it to blonde, and now you want to
Yeah.
go back to brown. You
Yeah.
said something about the children. Are the kids at school teasing you?
Well, because she doesn't let me get it done, and it grows out, and then they tease me because I don't get my hair done.
Right.
I never heard about that. But if you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know? Did you tell the teachers at school?
No.
No? And how are we supposed to help you if you don't say anything? Unbelievable.
Okay, I think from what I understand with that chat that we had last week, Connie, there's things are going on at school that is probably contributing to Isabella not wanting to go.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting teased, and I guess that when somebody gets bullied, it doesn't matter what she does, they're just going to pick on her for whatever reason. So it's obviously, it seems like it's about her hair. And there was also another incident on that day that she did go to school this week where, you know, the kids threw her books out of her locker.
Why am I hearing this now?
I don't know.
I thought we were talking.
No.
You need to tell me when things like this happen.
Yeah, I need to find out, Isabella, is there something that you're scared about telling people when something wrong happens? Because what happens is you don't want to go to school, so we all know there's something wrong, but if you don't tell your parents and you don't tell your teacher, there's nothing they can do about it to help you. So is there something that stops you from telling mum things?
Well, they don't do anything. Like, if I tell the teachers, they don't do anything about it.
Okay, but what about mum?
Well, she can't do anything either.
Well, what they do, what can happen is mum can make an appointment with the principal or the year level coordinator, and they can have a bit of a meeting about it.
She's the travel counselor.
Oh my god. That bitch. I
Did you hear that she hooked up with Brayden?
She hooked up with Brayden?
The video
It got sent to her.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me see. Oh my god. This
Her
has
tan looks
to be.
green.
Her tan looks orange. It's so bad.
It's like a mix. Shrek?
Wait, here.
Wait. Wait, Taylor, she's Isabella, come here. I like your scrunchie. Oh, it's really pretty. Do you like
Betty, do that.
that? In your bag?
What are you doing?
That's really nice.
Throw it. Betty, throw it.
Come
Oh
on.
my god, let's go. Jay, what are you doing? Just leave her alone.
You have a right to feel safe and comfortable in your education. And the fact that you don't want to go, it's like you're letting the bullies win. You're missing out on your education for them. And you know what? They don't deserve that, right? Yeah? So do you find... Okay, so can I just ask you, Connie, when Isabella did come home from school that day, how was her mood? Did you notice anything different about her?
No, well, she went straight to her room, which is what she does all the time, which is what we argue
Okay.
about. She just went to her room, locked the door, and started her music. And I keep telling her that music is not everything. She needs to get an education. Yeah? We've spoke about this so many
Well, I
times.
like writing music. That's what I like doing. And
Yeah, but that's a
what
hobby.
I want to do.
That's a hobby.
Well, that's what I want to do.
No, that's not a job, love. You can't do
can.
that. You
I
have to do
can
something
do
else on
it.
the side.
Okay, well, there are things that you can do with music and with singing, and you know, you can become a singing teacher, you can become a songwriter, but I can understand your mum's wariness with that career, is that it's very hard to make a living here in Australia with that type of thing.
But it's
But-
also she doesn't actually socialize with anyone. So
Yeah.
we don't go out, she doesn't do nothing. And then,
Right.
of course, kids are going to tease her.
We need to nurture what her gifts are and what her talents are. So if you're an amazing songwriter for your age, and you can sing, that's fantastic, and we want to keep those skills going. I would never tell her to stop doing that, because, you know, if that's what she wants to do, she can definitely do it. But you still do need an education. All right? Yeah, you might have a regular full-time job and then do you know, songwriting on the side, or you might do that full-time if you're one of the lucky ones, who knows, or you might be a singing teacher or whatever. But no matter what you do and what you choose to do in your life, you still need an education. You always need an education. All right, it's very important, because, you know, you need to know how to balance your books, like to do banking and just general life knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we encourage Isabella to do the things that she loves. But you sound I understand what you're apprehensive about.
We've been letting her do her singing, her writing, because I
Yes.
know she loves it. It's just that it became too much. She spends most of her hours in her bedroom.
Right.
And then we don't get to see her. And we try to actually get her to have a routine during the day, so we can actually set up breakfast, set up to have lunch together, or when she's not at school. And it's just becoming very hard for us to just connect with her.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose that.
Yeah. So, what do you feel about what your mum's saying?
Well, I don't want to do anything else. Like, I just want to write my music and do my music.
Yeah, and that's fine, and definitely do that. That's all amazing. But legally, you must be in school until the age of at least 17. All right? Because, you know, you're going to be signing contracts when you're older. If you get into the music industry, there's contracts that you have to sign, there's money that you're going to have to handle, and, you know, you need to be educated in order to keep up with all of that stuff.
All I want from her is actually just to stick to the routine we have. Waking up in the morning, having breakfast, getting ready to go to school, going to school, actually interact with the other kids, coming back from school, going to extra activity, maybe a sport, like anything,
I do
netball,
play
basketball.
sport. I play
When?
sport with Rebecca and Devin and Tate. We always play
That's
basketball.
not playing sports. Like, I'm talking about a real sport. That's your cousin's names. This is just having fun. I'm talking about seriously playing a sport, like anything. You can play gymnastics or
Well, I don't
tennis.
want to do that. That's not what I like doing.
And why not?
Because I like doing my music. You know that.
Yeah, but
that's
music
what I
is just
wanna
something on the
do.
side you can do. I'm talking about just being out there with other
Well,
kids.
I don't want to do that.
Be part
That's
of
not what I
something, be
wanna
part of a
do.
team.
Okay, hang on. So, Connie, can I just ask you, were you into sports growing up?
Yes.
Okay, I can tell that straight away. So, you're into, what did you do?
Soccer and tennis.
Ah, you played two sports.
Yes.
Okay, and were you in an actual team?
Yes.
Okay, so Isabella, you're saying you do play sports, but you enjoy it with your cousins, whereas you don't see it as her playing sports because it's not a formal sporting
No,
club.
it's not. They're just playing hide and seek and things like this, running around. That's not playing sports. I'm talking about seriously taking
Yeah.
it to the next level, just like I did when I was a kid.
But did you enjoyed sport,
I
didn't
loved
you?
it. Yeah, so I just want her to be part of a team and just be a normal kid.
Right, Connie, there's no such thing as normal, because what's normal for you is not normal for me. What's normal for Isabella is not normal for us. Everybody's got their own normal, all right? So what it sounds like is that you were very much into sports, and that was your idea of having a great life. But that is something Isabella obviously doesn't like. Yeah, you're not really into it, so she might enjoy it for just to have fun and just to play, but she doesn't want to be part of a team as such, and that's okay because everybody has got different interests.
Yeah, but she doesn't do anything else.
Well, she's got her music,
Yeah, but
so
that's just one thing. That's the struggle that we have every day. That's why we
Yeah.
argue every day, every single day. It's just
yeah. Because I know that Isabella says she just loves to write music, and that is her way of relaxing. It's her way of escaping, you know, anything that she might be feeling, that she might be upset about at school. And that's okay, but you're more worried that she doesn't have a balance. Is that right?
Well, it's just that she doesn't talk to me. Just make me feel like I'm not a good mother or something.
Okay. Do you feel that about your mum?
That she's a bad mum. No.
Okay. How do you feel about your mum?
Well,
It's a bit of a hard question, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you love your mum, right?
yeah.
And do you understand why she's saying the things that she does?
Yeah.
Yeah. From when I was talking to your mum alone last week before I came into your room, your mum was talking about how she's a little bit worried that you don't have friends and you don't interact with other people your age very much. Like, so you do play some sport with your cousins, which is great to hear, but she does worry about you for school. And the fact that you're not going to school adds that worry to your mum, because legally you have to be at school. And if you don't go to school, what happens is the pressure then is on the parents to get you to school. And if now you're too big for her to just drag you to school and swing you over her shoulder and take you, right? So ultimately you're going to need to get yourself there, right? But if you're not getting yourself there, it makes your parents more anxious.
She's a travel counselor.
So one of the things that is a bit of a red flag for me at the moment is with what's been described to me, and I do not diagnose people, so I just want to, just let you know that. But from what I can understand is you seem to be, Isabella, showing some symptoms of a condition called Aspergers. Well, we say being on the spectrum. Have you ever heard of that before?
Not really.
No? Okay, so there's this thing called the spectrum, and the spectrum is very long, okay? And it's like something that we calculate abilities, social abilities on, okay? Now, people with Asperger's, they find it hard to hold eye contact. Now, you said last week that Isabella doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at people when she talks. And I've noticed that too, which, that's just something that she's finding very hard to do. People who are suffering Asperger's also have a lot of trouble with social cues, so understanding people when they talk, not with their words, but cues. So the social abilities are very low. Now, because of that, life can be quite a struggle, because let's face it, we have to socialize all the time, whether we're at school, whether we're at work, whether relatives come, and that's why people with Asperger's, they do tend to refuse to go to school at times too, because it's just so hard, and they do get teased. Because I do remember saying that last week you said there's something different, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of parents who have children who have got Asperger's also say the same thing, that there's something different about their child, but they can't quite put their finger on it. All right. There seems to be quite a few things, quite a few symptoms that you seem to be showing that, is kind of red flagging to me that you may be on the spectrum. All right. Maybe not on a high. You may be high functioning, which means you're okay in every other way. It's just socially you might be a little bit you might be struggling with. Right.
So what do we do to fix that?
The first thing would be to rule this in or out, because I'm only speculating.
Okay.
All right, it might just be a personality trait, or you may not have this, but from what I'm seeing, you could have. So I think the first step we need to do is I can do a referral to a hospital or mental health service, just to get her tested for Asperger's or being on the spectrum. All right, and then if she has got it, then there are quite a lot of things that we can do to work with it and to help you feel more comfortable, Isabella, in public spaces. Isabella, do you find it hard to give cuddles, or do you like cuddles, or do you avoid cuddles?
Yeah.
Okay, so you avoid cuddles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another trait. A lot of people who are on the spectrum don't like touch. Sometimes they don't even like having showers, because the shower, the water running down their body is just too much. The sensitivity is too high.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean she doesn't love you.
Yeah.
It just means don't touch me. They don't like the touch.
It's very hard.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's another symptom. With routine, Isabella, how do you feel comfortable in your daily routine? So on a perfect day where nobody's telling you what to do, how does your day run?
Well, I normally wake up really early so I can do my makeup and my hair and get ready. And then if I have some time, I'll do my music, and then I'll go to school maybe, and then come home and then do more music. And at school I do my music as well.
Oh, you do your music at school?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Is that what you do at lunchtimes?
Yeah.
Because you
I
don't
think so.
have friends to hang out with?
No.
So do you just kind of sit by yourself and write music?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that, listening to that?
It breaks my heart.
Yeah. All right.
I just wish I could do something, but
The thing is, though, for people on the spectrum, they may sit alone, but that's what they enjoy. They actually feel okay doing that. Do you feel sad when you sit alone, or are you okay?
No, I like doing my music.
So you like being alone, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, how are you feeling about being tested? Are you feeling okay about that suggestion?
Yeah, then I guess I would know.
Yeah. And if you are on the spectrum, it's not the end of the world. It's not a bad thing. It's okay. Or the way I like to explain it on the most basic level is our brain might work like this, and a person who might be on the spectrum is in a square. That's all it is. They've still got a brain. They still have got many amazing talents, but their brain just works a little bit differently. And incidentally, a lot of rich people have got this condition because they can think outside the square, you know. Another symptom is that they're very matter of fact with things. So do you find that things are black and white with Isabella?
oh, very much. Yes.
Yeah.
That's usually why we argue, because
Yeah.
when she has something in her mind, that's it. You cannot change her mind.
Yeah, so very fixed thinkers,
Yes.
and that's another symptom of it. Yeah. So look, as I said, I'm not saying that you do have it, but I'm just saying that, yeah, you're showing symptoms of having Asperger's or being on the spectrum to some extent. You said academically you're okay. It's just more the social things that are happening. And also, for you, Connie, I think it would be really important for you to ring up the school and let them know that Isabella is getting bullied.
Yeah.
Because this is not just a one-off thing. This is happening every time she goes to school. She gets teased, or they're, pulling things out of her locker. I mean, nobody should have to deal with that at school.
No, definitely not.
And but also, Isabella, you can be there too if you want, and you can explain that you're a bit worried about what's going to happen after the report. So, what we might do is, what about if you ring up the school tomorrow morning and organise a meeting? So just organise a meeting with them at school and just explain what you've been going through, and and see what they can actually do about the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you okay with all this so far?
Yeah.
And please tell me if you're not. If there's something that I suggest that you're like, oh hell no, don't do that, you need to let me know, because I want to work with you, not against you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.